Kenny, Manchester United 3, Aston Villa 2. This team.
I know.
This team, eh?
I know. The whole club needed that result, didn't they? The fans, the players, everybody associated with the club. But I know it sounds crazy, but to me it just reminded me of Notts Forest game. We were 2-0 down, and I didn't think Villa were playing that well. We give 2 softest goals I have seen us give all season. Terrible defending, and then all of a sudden, for me it was a Ten Hag masterclass. I've got to be honest, because if you look at the stats, and I looked at the stats prior to the game, Aston Villa get more free kicks from offside than any other, twice as many. So that tells you they play with a very high line. So you knew that he had his speed merchants on. We had Højlund on, Garnacho, and we had Rashford on, and it was just a case of timing them and runs, and we just couldn't. We was taking one past too many. But I knew all the time, I thought in the second half, even at 2-0 down, we get one, we get at least a draw out of this. And as soon as we come out of them in the second half, the balls were coming over a lot quicker. And all of a sudden, and to be fair, in the first half, we must have created 7 or 8 chances that we've not been creating. They weren't. We weren't transitioning the ball well. There weren't good passages of play. It was just it was
just effective because of what you were facing against.
And I couldn't understand.
And they weren't going to change.
Exactly. And I said to the guy at the side of me, all Unai Emery needs to do here is come back 10 metres. If he comes back 10 metres, we can't play against it. Because we can't play.
Very naive from them. Well, you say naive, it's what's got them to the top of the league. It's their style of play.
Exactly.
It's like the Spurs thing, you know, how Ange plays, high line. But you come unstuck. It was very, that's when you 2-0 up at Old Trafford, you got to maybe change something. They didn't.
And I think what you'll find in the second half of the season now, teams will play against them like that.
Yeah.
And if you've got pace, you can beat Aston Villa. Because they're so high up, and every time we're all shouting, we're looking for Rashford coming in, we're looking for Garnacho, we can see it, it wouldn't come, and then all of a sudden they make that run and you knew you was going to get a chance.
I know you love your young players and you're always a big advocate for it. Young Garnacho, as you like to call him.
Yeah, young Garnacho, incredible. And at times, we've always said he's an impact player, and then we're impact goals. Then we're impact goals. That was him at his best, running the ball in front of him, not stood, waiting to tip and tap and little triangles. That's not Garnacho. You put the ball in front of him, 5 yards in front, he gets the ball and he runs at that goal and he scores. Today he could have had another couple of assists for Højlund or whatever, but no, excellent. And Rashford, I'll give Rashford praise. I thought Rashford had his best game as I've seen for a long time. He looked like Rashford.
What was it he was doing differently that you saw?
He was running with the ball. He was just running with it. But that was a tactic, wasn't it? And it suited him.
It was a game for him today,
It was perfect.
And he still didn't get everything right.
No,
but like you said, in terms of the intent of what it was to do.
When he shot, he was on target.
Yeah. Rasmus Højlund gets his first goal.
Yeah,
I mean, oh my God.
That's probably the most important factor of the game, isn't it, from a United fan's point of view? And it just previous to that, he was screaming at Garnacho for not passing to him. He's waiting 2 minutes after. But Anthony comes on, and I'm screaming. Everybody's screaming at Anthony to shoot. He doesn't shoot. We get a corner with it.
He messed it up, didn't he? After this one,
And I just said to my mate at the side, I said, just imagine if Anthony had a shot. Do you know what I mean? He didn't. And he made a stupid mistake or whatever, but it turned into a goal.
What do you think that do for his confidence? Because it's actually a really good goal as well that he scored. It was John McGinn. John McGinn hits off his knee or whatever it is, thigh. It's great. Yeah.
It was a centre-forward's goal because he was in the middle. It was near the penalty spot. He's in the middle of the goal. The ball comes to him, and he's not had that all season. He has not had them opportunities where he's in the centre of the goal and the ball's in front of him. He's not had
And it's a good finish, it's not tapping. It's a good finish.
Excellent. No, I thought today I was really, really impressed with the energy of the team. I thought Ten Hag got his tactics absolutely spot on.
What do you feel about the criticism? I'm not saying I've seen it, but I'm sure it's probably still out there, of people who don't see it that way, who saw it as 2-0 down, clueless. Look at the poor defending. This is on Ten Hag. You didn't see it like that. That wasn't on Ten Hag.
No, what was on? No, he can't. You can't advocate for that. You cannot advocate for when to be fair to Villa. Like I said, Villa, tactically, with the corner was brilliant. They're peeling off, they found the space, they knew he was on the mark, and they weren't going to... We didn't deal with it well. So, but I think Ten Hag never changed. We saw no McTominay, it worked. Because the people, or the two best people to play the ball in the middle of the park are Kobe Mainoo and Eriksen. They didn't need wonder passes off them, we just needed them to play football. We just need to play football. Nothing spectacular, and they did it. It was steady. And Aston Villa could still be playing there, right? They wouldn't score through us. They would not score through us because we got that right. We were very narrow. Bailey, I thought in the first half, looked dangerous against Dalot, and I thought
he did. He got good few 1v1s, and I'm like, you got to get out there, Rashford, to go help him.
No, but they were narrow. We played it narrow, but it worked because what he was frightened of, he wasn't frightened of the crosses. He was frightened of them running through us. They never ran through us once. They never ran through us once. So no, I think tactically today, I'll give Ten Hag credit where it's due. I thought he got it absolutely spot on.
I hate sort of asking this really quickly before I ask you man of the match, but can that be a turnaround? Could we build on this, or we just still don't know what we're going to get next game, do we?
No, no. And bloody Forest have played. Chris Woods gets an hat-trick. He's older than me. Chris Woods is older than me. I'm sure he is. You know what I mean?
So we still don't know what we're going to get next game, do we?
No, but I will say this. I'll put a pound down there. I'll put a pound that Eddie Howe loses his job before Eric Ten Hag.
Oof. Okay. And lastly, Ken, before you go, come in a little bit. Who was your man of the match and why?
Younger Nacho.
Yeah.
It was explosive. It was explosive, and he took his goals well.
Yeah.
I know it was a little bit of a deflection. The first one, I thought he'd just gone too far, and he was against a very, very good goalkeeper.
Yeah.
That lad's a top goal. He should have been sent off by the way.
Yeah. Well, I saw it back, and I was like, oh, I don't know. I'll be honest, Kenny. Yeah. It was a bit.
Was it not?
No.
From where we.
It looked crazy. Oh no! When I saw it first, I wanted 5 red cards in one. But when I saw it back, I saw quite a few replays. It's one of those just unfortunate
collisions. And then Ireland got done as well. But we knew, because I kept saying to it, that was offside.
Yeah.
Can you say it? I said, because it's Aston Villa. Yeah. That's what they do.
So many offsides.
There's so many offsides.
But Garnacho man of the match.
Excellent.
Listen, Ken, well done. Come on.
Keep up the great work.